Hey, how's it going, everyone? Uh, this piece is going to be rustic. It's basically about as good as it gets because I'm not doing any more to it. It's any finishing I do to it, like sanding or anything, it's going to be a knuckle duster, and I don't have the uh, thing to put in the drill or whatever to safely sand it. So I've put some Canuba wax on there. I put some liquid beeswax on there first, and then Canuba wax. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. All you got to do is take the tenon off. I've got another piece of wood. Wouldn't mind trying the similar design with the shallow bowl with the um, foot on everything on it. So this blank's a little bit more uniform than the next one, so it's a bit more. It won't be so out of shape like this one. That piece there. That was the piece I was mainly worried about whether it was going to come out, but thankfully it didn't. And to be honest, it's quite sturdy. You can give it a bit of a heave, bit of a yank on it, and it doesn't move. So that's a good thing at least. I'll just sit this off to the side for a couple of days. Let the oils and wax soak in for a little bit. I've just noticed if I whip the tenon off straight away, sometimes I get the non-slip mat sticks in there. Leaves a pretty crappy mark that I can't get off. Well, I can get it off, but it's bloody hard. So I've let it sit around for a little while, like this one, like the plum one. Just let the stuff soak in, and I've got some. The other pieces that I'm going to do today is camphor. Another piece that I got from Robbo's. It's a little bit bigger blank than the first camphor one I got from Robbo's. Little bit of dried coffee. Market that. Not too sure if Robbo will be in today. got meetings, something. So. Sorry? What? Might have been electric. Who burnt what? Pretty soft, this wood, so. Smell that. Can't smell that? Oh, bit of campfire laurel. Seriously hitting the ground now. How you going, Mark? How you going, Shay? How you going, Sid? How you going? Hi? It's hard to hear you. I'll turn my volume up though.
What sort of wood you got on there?
Oh, the Camphor Laurel.
Okay. Give me a nice smell in the shed then.
Yeah, smells nice. The smell was starting to wear off from the last piece, you see.
Yeah, we got to fix that up.
Yeah.
You know how I said one monitor switched off when I turned the lathe on? Well, I tried changing to a computer monitor instead of the telly, and it still does the same thing.
Oh. All right. Here's my next suggestion.
It must just be. Yeah.
Maybe it's the computer.
Well, why would it only turn one monitor off though? So I've got two displays going. One's fine, doesn't turn off. The other one turns off.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't work that one out. It's quite weird.
This time it's still going. It hasn't been off this side.
Oh, it's because you're talking about it. It's 'cause you've got a witness now, you see.
Yeah.
You got a witness other than yourself, and it's like, oh, no, it's not. He's lying. Look.
No, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's you. You're crazy, you mongrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it turns off of this one. So it's only the display that's on the long extension lead.
Yeah.
So it's on a 10 meter HDMI lead. So
Right.
I suppose the other thing to try is try and get a long VGA lead to hook it up.
Yeah. Or a shorter HDMI and see if that makes any difference.
I won't be able to leave the monitor where it is then, though. I need 10 metres to get to where I am without tripping over the lead.
Uh-huh.
So the lead goes from the computer up to the roof of the shed and then back down to where the display is.
Awesome.
This is a piece of that cypress.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you. It looked like something I'd turned before.
Yeah. That's another piece of that.
How you going, Neil?
Hey, Neil.
He's sitting in a pie shop. He's sitting in a pie shop having lunch in his car.
Well, how rude.
Yeah, right. Tell
If
me.
he's in his car, he could be bringing a supply, couldn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
Alright, now he's just teasing us. We have to kick him out. He's having an apricot pie and cream.
I would have forgiven it if he said an apple pie, but apricot no. Mind you, the fact that I can't eat them anymore is totally irrelevant. Time to take a day off today after Easter, so I might have a day of rest.
So, Neil, I'm doing basically the same shape as that, but without all the without all the wonky shit on the top.
Hey, Jay, I like that.
It's different, that's for sure.
I like that. I do.
Must be yours then.
I've got a piece I'm going to try and turn something out. I found it last night. I haven't quite got it mounted up yet, otherwise I've got to go at it now.
Oh yeah. What wood's that?
That's olive.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to face that off for a base.
Mm-hmm.
And then put a little bowl in there and just smooth that off. Leave the rest of it natural. See if I can achieve that. It'll be interesting.
Yep. Yes. You want to put a sign on the side? I'll put a sign on the side of it that says "Watch bloody fingers."
Yeah. Is there a reason for that, Joe?
Sorry?
Is there a reason for that? Just the friends had something happen, or?
Yeah. That's something I'd do. Sorry?
I'm working through a process of cleaning the shed up at the same time.
Is that what you told the wife?
Well, that's sort of actually what I'm doing. I'm sort of throwing something on the lathe and sort of having a bit of a play on that, and then doing 5 or 10 minutes of mad cleaning, and then going back to the lathe again. I tend to manage to achieve shit doing it that way.
Yep.
Like trying to do it all at once in one hit. So.
There you go, Sid. Neil's asking, did you glue up the cracks first?
On what, the cypress?
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, Mike. Take it easy.
Tell you what cracks? Or are you talking about the olive? Yeah, no, I haven't done anything with you're talking about this piece of olive. No, I haven't done anything with that yet. I only found it last night and sort of thought, oh, I'm going to have a crack with that. So, yeah, I'll have to do a bit of prep work with it first. I might put a bit of epoxy in there, I reckon. One of them's quite open. There's only one real bad one, that's just that one there. I might whack a bit of 5-minute epoxy in there.
Hey, Neil, just don't go and watch any of my other videos, any of my other lives. Some of the cracked pieces I've done, and I've turned them without gluing them up. You die with your leg in the air.
I call it the year of living dangerously.
Yeah. Neil says glue it up now so it's got time to set.
I won't get onto it for a few days anyway, Neil, so it's not like I'm going to imminently turn it. But yeah, I get what I'll certainly be giving it time to set before I turn it. got a couple of other pieces that I'm instructing.
Yep.
Below, she was the one who said I should do that one before I did one. So maybe I'll doing that next.
I don't think Neil's seen your wood collection.
And then, hang on a minute. I've only got some of it. See if I can get to where I want to get to with this other one. The virtual tour.
Mother.
Holy Mother of God.
No one's seen it on camera because you were on full screen, so it's kind of lucky.
I'll just switch cameras. That one. Oh, I've logged myself out. How the man is that?
Oh, come on, man. All right, be like that.
We'll try again, shall we? I wouldn't let me every time I try to change camera, it bloody dropped me out. So
It's most probably StreamYard. Might well be StreamYard, to be honest.
It could be. So I've got this little lot here is red gum. So that's I'll put a something there for scale. So there's a Pepsi can in the front there for scale. We go up to the next shelf. That's a bit of red gum and a bit of stringy bark. That's olive. That's olive. That little bit up there is olive. That's olive. Bit of red gum and the rest of that's olive. And then if I walk around my little corner over here.
Do you want to maybe explain to Neil how you managed to acquire so much olive?
Yeah, so it's a matter of being in the right place at the right time, Neil. So a bloke who's interested in a little bit of wood turning, and he's just starting, and he bought a new house, and he said, I've just pulled an olive tree down off the backyard about 3 months ago, and I knew the neighbour whose paddock it was that tree was in, so I rang him up and said, can I come and get that tree? He said, it won't be any good for firewood, it's still green, and I said, I don't want to burn it, and he said, go for your life, so I went for my life. And then over here, I'll just turn the screen around so I can see what I'm looking at. That's my chair, my comfy chair. So that little one over there, the bit in the middle of the top shelf there, that's more olive. On the left is a few blanks that I've bought. That's American oak, American ash, and walnut. The two slabs with the cardboard on, you can see on the right-hand side is some English oak. And on the shelf there is a piece of something that Jay gave me, which is the upright log. The two horizontal logs right against the pillars is some old elm. And then down the bottom two shelves, they're just full of all sorts of scraps of all sorts of wood, cypress and red gum and all that sort of stuff. And
I think we worked out that log that I gave you, that was ash. We worked out that to do.
Righto, cool. So that's over there then. Just over here. Amber's not looking, is she? That's a bit of Chinese elm that Jay gave me. That's another bit of elm there. And then that shelf there, I've got another shelf identical to that, just on the other side of that wall that's full of walnut and she oak. And then out in my yard waiting to be cut up, I've got some yew. I've got a lot of she oak. I've got some bastard gum from a job in town where an arborist cut a heap of wood down. And I've got, what else is out there? Oh, some elm that I picked up from the edge of town in Mount Gambier on the way out. Well, let me change that time without kicking me out. That's good. So that's so I can turn full time for the next 12 months. So if that piece of olive hasn't had time to set, I'll just grab another piece of something and turn it up. They've still got that hard wax oil that Bunnings, Jay, for $2 a can last time I looked. And a bloke put up on Facebook on one of the turning pages, he went to Bunnings and he grabbed a box of it of 6 cans and he got the box for $2. So although I don't need any more, I might try that. If I can get a box for $2, I'll bring it up for you.
Yeah, you definitely get the better bargains at the country Bunnings, that's for sure.
Yeah, so you haven't seen it up there?
Nah, they don't even know what I'm talking about when I ask about it.
Wow. Yeah, because the last 2 times I've been to the Bunnings in Mount Gambier, there's been a buttload of it there. Like there's a big pile of it in the aisle, or 2 big piles of it in the aisle, and it hadn't got any smaller between the 2 trips I had.
Neil wants to know where you got the yew from.
Well, we've got a community store in Kingston, and There was a lady come in. We've got a little library nook down the back where we just have it's a community exchange for books. You don't have to pay for it or anything. You just, if you've got a book to bring in and swap, you bring it in and swap. If you haven't, you don't. You just come and get a book. But it's just a little nook, community service type thing. People donate books to it. Anyway, lady come in and she'd been in a couple of times and we've been chatting. And then she looked at my stuff in the back and she said, "Oh, do you turn this stuff back up here?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, would you like some yew?" I cut a yew tree down in my yard a couple of years ago. So, of course, I said, "Oh, no, I couldn't possibly use that." Bullshit. So, yeah, that's how I got some yew. I've got a piece that's about 10 foot long and it's probably the thin end is probably about 3.5 inches diameter and the thick end is probably about 5. There's another piece about 8 foot long that's about 6 inches to about 7. And then there's another piece that's probably about 8 inches, about 5 foot long. And then there's a big crotch piece like a log. So I haven't cut it up to see what it's got a few cracks because it hasn't been dried or stuff, but hopefully I can trim enough off the ends to get past the cracks, but it's certainly dry, it's not heavy. Right place, right time, I think. I've seen the pommy turners turning you a bit on the lives, so hopefully it'll turn all right. I'm just adjusting a shelf here while I'm talking to you.
I was going to ask what.
Did I lose you then?
What?
Ah!
Yeah, I did this too
What?
in my boredom.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I like that. That looks cool, mate.
Something different.
And Robbo, I was re-watching was it yesterday's live last night, I reckon.
Yep.
Where Robbo sort of said the red really glows like it's glowing in the dark. It does too. Yeah, I've got a sad existence when, my Monday night entertainment is to go and find Jay's last live and watch it. That's the most exciting thing I've got to do on a Monday night.
Hey, it proves you don't watch much TV.
I don't watch a lot of stuff. If I've got the TV on, normally it's just on one of the news channels.
Yep, background noise.
Yeah. I often just have the radio. You might use the TV for a digital radio as much as anything.
Yep.
Same as the one I've got in the shed here. Now I found an aerial to put up on it, so I've actually got it set up in the shed.
Yep.
It's normally just on the ABC radio. I actually listen to ABC Adelaide because that's got more entertaining stuff on it than our local stuff.
Yeah.
Have a listen to Peter Gers every now and then. He's pretty entertaining. Peter Gers at night. He's entertaining.
Yeah, I don't really watch TV and I don't really listen to the radio.
Peter Gers is funny. Like he's sort of a non-politically correct left winger, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he still talks, has the gals from the CFS on and all that sort of stuff. But he's very a lot of his other chat and that sort of stuff is all very left wing.
Yep. All right. So Neil has asked you, do you know Tim Creeper from Dismal Swamp?
Well, I know where Dismal Swamp is because I used to be from Penola. It's not that far away from here. It's just out of Mount Gambier on the Penola Road.
Yeah.
I don't know him, but I know where he's talking about. I might have to look
He
him
said,
up.
if you pay him a visit, he mills up some nice stuff, and tell him I sent you to save it from the termites.
Okay, and that
was Neil.
The other question, the other question associated with that is does that win me favour or cost me by saying that?
Does that get you run through the mill after saying it? Or?
But there's a couple of guys around who do. I probably should know the name because I was brought up in Penola, so I'm not that. If he's a genuine local there, I might even know him by sight.
Yep.
Without actually knowing his name, which often happens. Someone will say, "Do you know so and so?" and you say no, and then when you actually meet them, you know who they are. You've seen them floating around for bloody years.
Yeah, he said that should make him laugh.
Does it make him laugh and reduce the price of his wood, or does it make him laugh and increase the price of his wood?
I know about that one. That's a hard one.
I'll let you in on a little secret though. With the fish and chips, there's any people paying cash for anything anymore.
You dropped. You said I heard. I'm going to tell you a little secret, and then you dropped right out.
Oh, sorry. I walked outside the shed.
Yeah.
There's not many people paying cash for anything anymore. I reckon we had about 3 or 4 customers each day that paid cash. Which is very sad because no, older people.
Yeah.
None of the kids carry wallets. And even the young kids, I don't know whether they had their own cards or whether they had their parents' cards, but they all had cards or using their phone.
Yep. No, Neil said he's in Grundy's Lane. Grundy's Lane. He said his property is on the edge of the swamp and he runs cabins out there.
Oh, yeah, I reckon I've seen the sign on the highway for the cabins, yep. All right, I'm going over to Penola on, if not next week, the week after. So better go and visit my mother.
The name Dismal Swamp doesn't sound like a place I'd really want to visit because it doesn't sound like a place I'd actually come back out of.
Yeah. It sounds much worse than it is. A few years ago, there was a flying dock plane went down in there.
Yep.
That's quite a few years ago now. Coming into Mount Gambier Airport in the fog.
Yep.
That's back when I was still in the ambulance service. I was only a volunteer, but yeah. There was a few upset people around that one.
Yeah,
And sort of nobody actually really did anything wrong. Hello, I've frozen up, everyone. No. So what, the bloody sun's getting a bit of a sting in it there here today.
You can't feel it. No starlight here.
No, we've had a nice warm weekend here.
Yeah, Neil, you can shove that backwood, I tell you. You know where you can shove it? As far away from me as possible, because I can't turn it.
Yeah, that does nasty things to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, to say the least, yeah.
I have seen worse reactions to with allergies than yours, but they didn't stay out of hospital.
I'll do anything to not visit the emergency room.
Fair call. Neil's getting wet by the sounds of it, or nearly getting wet, or he wouldn't if he wasn't in his car.
What was that?
Looks like Neil's either he'd be getting wet if he wasn't in his car.
Yeah, that's what he just said. He's having trouble seeing the car next to him due to the heavy rain.
I wouldn't mind a bit of rain here now that the Easter weekend's over. I've got the fan going in the shed here.
You want some rain, do you?
I wouldn't be unhappy with a bit of rain.
You have to move interstate for that.
Right,
No?
I see.
All the rain we were meant to get, it's all been sucked up, and the greedy buggers on the east coast have stole it all.
So pick these light colours up.
Neil said when the rain eases off, he's going to go home. Why can't your car drive in the rain, Neil? Sorry, Sid, what was that?
I just had some traffic light coloured things I picked up in a box of stuff at a clearance sale. I only found them the other day. It was just a box of shit I hadn't sorted out yet.
Yep.
I think they're light colours.
Yep.
I'll find something to do with them.
Put a whole heap of LED lights in there.
Yeah, it could be. Could be a good trick.
Sorry?
I came out here last night and I found my workbench.
Wow.
I haven't
What
seen it for probably 3 months.
Is it the same colour that you remember it?
Well, I knew the sort of the base, the cupboards underneath it were red because I could see them, but I couldn't see the rest of the bench. It's got a white top.
Oh, white top and a woodshed, that's game.
It's an old Economics Home Ec Centre.
Oh, yeah.
Pink install.
Yep.
Pretty well cool, actually. Found all my pen kits too, but don't tell Robbo.
All right. All right, Neil. See you later. Take it easy.
See you, Neil. Take care. I can feel a trip to Bunnings coming on next time we get to leave, please. Mum came in and gave me my birthday present yesterday. So, I haven't checked, I haven't opened it to see what it is yet because it's not my birthday, but odds on it'll be a $50 Bunnings voucher.
I was going to say, when's it your birthday?
A couple of 9 days away, 15th.
There you go. Whoever watches this, you got no excuse but other to say happy birthday to him or happy Womex at one of those, you know.
Yeah, I'll be terribly hurt if nobody remembers now.
That's it.
The only reason I came on today was so I had an opportunity to remind everyone that my birthday was coming up. I thought so.
You haven't done much turning.
No, you're right. I haven't, have I? I better cheat it a bit, right?
I'm pretty sure they don't tune into my lives to watch me.
Well, I think you underestimate yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Not really.
You may not be tuning in for high skill set stuff, but it's I'm going to say it's real tuning. There's nothing fake. Get you. Dr. Bubble had you a fan club up in no time flat.
Hey?
Dr. Bubble had a fan club up for you in no time flat.
I thought that's what that group chat was.
Well,
No, it's not.
It's actually good though because it gives everyone one spot to find everything. Like maybe when you post your live link, you can just post it in there and everyone can find it.
Yeah. I was getting to the point where I was forgetting people, like one or two people every now and then, and they're like, why didn't I get the link? It's like, I thought I sent it to you.
Yep. Sorry.
Hey.
What's Robbo up to today, do you know?
He's got meetings, he said.
Okay. Shy.
What?
Went a bit thin.
Your camera's gone a bit fuzzy too.
That's probably because I swore. Perfectly clear on my screen.
It's just cleared up, but I don't know. It could come down. Jeez Louise. o'clock. How you going?
Hello.
What's going on?
Meetings with accountants and crap.
Yeah, sounds like fun. So you had
Oh.
you had a meeting with your wife,
Yes.
with the accountant.
No. We have another accountant do our books and stuff.
So what purchases did Julie discover this year?
Sorry?
What naughty purchases did Julie discover this year?
Oh, no, she's discovered them all through the year. She does the BAS thing, but the accountant does the books for the year.
Yep.
For tax. Good afternoon, Sydney.
He's on mute.
I know that. That's why I talked to him.
I wasn't too sure if he knew that. That's why I said it.
Oh, right.
Well, I figured it was when you weren't talking to me.
Yeah.
Hello, Robert.
What are you doing? You got an RDO or something today?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured I worked the 4 days of Easter. I'll have a day off after it.
Oh, that's fair enough too. Jeez,
I
I'm
didn't
down
quite
there.
join the funnel club, but I may have gone a bit thin on the wall.
Oh, right.
Put a light up to it.
What sort of timber is it, Sid? Oh,
I don't need to put a light up to it, John.
Okay. Oh, you're making 2 bowls. Oh.
no.
Cypress.
Get a bit of plastic and put it in that ring bit there. Put a handle on it, and you can say it's a lid for the bowl.
Or I could just make a small bowl. I didn't even, that wasn't even the one more pass thing. That was going, I'll have a look and see, and then I had a look and saw, and I was through most of the way around.
Yeah. Is that a Reeves Drive, that lathe, Sid?
This one is, the other one's electronic.
Yeah, oh, it's all right. It just
Oh,
sounded
yeah.
like a Reeves Drive, and I thought, oh, I didn't think you had a Reeves Drive.
Yeah, this is the same as Mark's old lathe, and has Blair still got this one?
Yeah.
One the same as this too, I reckon. Different badging, but same lathe. What's your weather like over there, Robbo?
Been funny today. It's been overcast, but there's been patches of sunshine. It's a bit chilly, but not bad.
Okay. Clear blue skies here, and it's not bad, but if you're out in the sun, it's got a bit of sting.
Was that head
That
cam?
was coming up quite nicely too.
Yeah, it's nice
Head
wood.
cam.
Is that macrocarpa or cypress pine?
Cypress pine.
You probably get little cracks all the way through it later.
This is the stuff that's been through a bonfire.
Oh yeah.
Well, the outside of it was burnt. Jay's had a couple of pieces of it. Yeah, it's the pieces that cracked up afterwards. Well, I've had a couple of pieces that have turned really nicely. That's the same wood.
Oh,
Right.
hang on. I'll put you in a
Why not?
bigger screen, Sid.
Oh, yeah.
That's another piece of the same lump of wood. And I've
No, that-
Jay had a couple of pieces of it up there too.
That's macrocarpa, isn't it? It's not cypress pine. Like they use for windrows.
Yeah.
Cypress
Yep.
cypress pine has a
It hasn't got
or
the
Murray-
needles, it's got the little.
Yeah, no. Cypress pine is sweet smelling when you're turning it, and
Yep.
macrocarpa is what they use for windrows and things like that with little nuts on them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the little slightly smaller than
Yeah,
golf ball nuts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yes. Yeah, macrocarpa, it is. Yep, I just checked on Wikipedia. I was making
Yep.
sure I had the right thing.
I just sent a message through to the two of you.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Do not talk to operator.
Sorry.
Do not talk to operator.
Yeah.
What the bloody hell's that?
What?
This,
What is it?
the lathe. What, yeah.
It's a Wolfenden.
Wolfenden. That looks big.
It is.
It is, yes.
What's that about? Chair for
I gave you all
scale,
of
8 foot long.
No, I gave you all the dimensions there.
The dimensions are in
Oh, yeah.
the post,
Oh, yeah.
Sid.
Yep. How much does it weigh?
Probably go 200 kilos, I suppose.
You reckon that's going to fit in the back of your car, Sid?
Yeah, it will.
I dare say
What's
the
that?
legs will come off.
Yeah.
You know, it all comes apart. You can even slide the headstock down to the tailstock if you want to. Be a shit of a job, but you could do it. None of this
What's the
flimsy
overall length of the
Chinese.
head, Robbo?
Oh, I don't know, about 5 feet. The bed actually will be the lightest part of it.
Lightest part, but the longest part.
Yeah.
Does the headstock come off
Yeah.
or not easily? Yep.
Oh, it's got 2 bolts that hold it down. Not like the flimsy Chinese ones.
With one bolt.
Am I correct guessing correctly that I'll be the one pulling that apart?
Yeah, that's a fair assumption, yes.
Yeah.
You got to know how to put it back together again, don't you, Robbo?
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole point, yeah.
Yeah, I know that part. Am I going to need some tools with it too?
No.
Does that wooden tool rack, does that come off the back?
Sorry.
That wooden tool rack on the back, does that come off?
Yeah, everything comes off.
Well, I won't be putting my tool rack there, that's for bloody
Four,
sure.
4 bolts for the
Oh, well.
motor.
Oh, wait.
That wouldn't be all that hard to put a single phase motor on, Robbo.
No, yes, it would, because of the shaft. It's very hard to find a single phase motor with about a 6-inch shaft projection out of the end of it to
And
take the
probably
pulleys.
looking at that, it's probably about about a 3/4 shaft?
I don't know, I haven't looked.
I'm only guesstimating. I'm assuming I'm going by if the tool post is a 1-inch tool post, that's probably about a 3/4 shaft.
Try 1.5-inch tool posts.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's probably
This
an
thing
inch
was-
shaft then.
This was made for production work,
Yeah, I can see that.
running all day, every day.
Yeah, grease bearings, easily changeable bearings, greasable bearings, easily changeable flat belt.
Yep.
Hey, if that belt happens to go boom boom, where do I find another one, or do I just go to an automotive store like Dr. Bob does?
Oh no, there's a place in Melbourne that makes leather belts for them, but I
There'll
doubt
be one in
that'll ever
Adelaide too.
break. Yeah, there would be, and I doubt that'd ever break anyway.
Yeah.
They're not all that hard to make yourself. The hardest part is making sure you get the right length and you get it square when you join it.
And making sure that you flare the joint properly so that it doesn't click.
Yeah, we've got. I used to have to make grape harvester belts.
Yeah, well, I actually put connectors in rather than try and glue them together like that.
Yeah, no, we were using connectors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the number written on the bed above just above the stop?
Oh, that's nothing. G'day, Chris. How are you?
How you going, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
But it's definitely a mean machine, that one.
So does that panel on the front there, does that lift up above the on switch? Or is it all one piece that lifts up from the back?
Yeah, it lifts up from the back. If you have a look at the photos,
Yeah.
I've got it open when I photographed the thing, and it's to stop little fingies from getting in there.
Yeah.
It was never fitted on the original lathe, but Occupational Health and Safety says it's got to have one these days. So
Yeah. And the on the picture with the showing the belts on the back opened up, what's the two white or the two knobs either side of it with the red stuff coming out of it? Is that grease?
yeah,
Grease cups.
yeah, they're grease caps.
Yep.
About every 12 months, you got to give them give them about half a turn.
Yep.
I was going to say it wouldn't be very often.
No, it isn't.
They just force the grease into the bearing.
And it's got a thrust bearing and everything in the back of it. So, oh, hello, Neil's back again. I see he was in earlier in the chat. Plus, he rang up to tell me.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, is what that is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
I don't care. As long as it's nothing
Well,
good.
while they're talking about you, they're leaving someone else alone.
Well, we were leaving you alone, actually.
Me? No, I've got broad shoulders. I don't mind if you talk about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it to my face and not behind. Yeah, you know. I'd rather hear about it than
I
don't
never
hear about
say. I never say anything behind anybody's back that I haven't told them first. I tell you.
Yes, I was about to say the same thing. I don't mind if somebody talks behind me back as long as I know what they're saying.
Yeah. What sort of timber's
And
that,
depending
Joe?
on who it is
Camphor.
Oh yeah. Felt like clearing the sinuses, did you?
Yeah, the smell was disappearing out of the shed, so I had to renew it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I put a little lip on it there. So have you been putting that lathe through its paces, have you?
Oh, I did before you actually came over. Make sure it worked properly.
All right, guys, I'm going to duck off and go and do a couple of things. If you're still going a bit later, I might duck back in.
No,
Yeah,
I'm going to knock it
just-
on the head and sorry.
Just before you go, Sid, Neil's got a wood
Yep.
fast lathe, the same as what you're getting.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I knew that. I saw a post. He was turning some big billiard table legs or something on it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so I didn't quite have as good at Easter with sneaky money as what we normally do. Everyone was paying with cards, so I didn't manage to get a lot stashed away over Easter.
Oh, what a bummer.
It was a bit rude.
Yeah.
I'm about halfway, Neil. I've got to save the money up. I'm about halfway. As long as it doesn't go up too much, hopefully, it'll be very close to being my Christmas present.
Oh, that'll be pretty
Depending
good.
how much it costs to freight it, I'll go for a drive.
Yeah. Well, you won't be disappointed in it, I can tell you that.
He's near Geelong, isn't he? Jim Carroll?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be
Neil said he
really
thought
worth a while to drive over with the trailer and get it.
Neil said he thought you'd already ordered it.
No, I haven't. I saw. I was looking at it a bit, and then I saw Robbo's trial of it, and he gave his opinion of it, and I thought, yeah, that might be the one to go for because I've got 15 amp power right here in the shed.
Yep.
So and then you put your few posts up with it, Neil, with the big turning, and yeah. So I think it looks like a nice lathe. It can be compact or it can be long.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll
All right.
catch you
All right,
later.
See you later.
All right.
But
Thanks
I'm
for coming
going
in.
back back to time to irritate the pommies in the evening now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, guys. See ya.
So you
No.
can see.
Yeah, you're lucky I wasn't very far off from knocking it off, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that one looks good.
Look at the egg.
Yeah. You get a bit heavy hand. Oh, you glued it back together, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So glad that's all over and done with now?
Mm-hmm.
It's got a nice bit of chatoyance going there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, am I boring you?
No, I'm weary actually.
Not sleeping?
Oh, no, up a few times during the night, but anyway, situation normal.
Is it? Or are you just saying that?
No, yeah, I know you like it cold, Neil. Neil says a good thing about the rain up there, great for sleeping.
Oh, yeah. Good thing when it's not, the humidity's not 100% when it's raining. That's horrible.
Yeah, Neil and I know what that's like. We've been to Darwin.
Ugh. Pass, thanks. Queensland was bad enough for me. So I spent a week. I think it was a week there, and I think it took me about 2 or 3 days to acclimatise to the bloody thing. It's horrible. But the funniest thing was watching it pissing down with rain and seeing the locals walking around in shorts and thongs.
Yeah, well, why not? They dry out pretty quick.
Bloody freezing, I know. Bloody South Aussies going there. It's like going to a foreign country.
I didn't think you'd been out of South Australia.
Yeah. That's Amber that hasn't been out.
Oh, right.
Well, she has now.
Come to the best state in Australia.
Bastards make me drink normal water. I still haven't touched any Adelaide water, you know.
Yeah, as Neil says, they don't own any other clothes.
Yeah. See, I got this full already.
Oh, very good.
I'll have half a suitcase full by the time we. At least I can spill it. I'm not worried about it. I'll keep a secret stash away. And on the bottom of the container, I'll write, if that fat bastard has spilt your coffee again, look in the cupboard.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming in, everyone. I'm going to knock it on the head. And Neil, if you want to be in the backstage shenanigans, you have to come into the live. All right. See you later.
Hello, everybody.